Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is lighting up a joint. But have you ever wondered who was the very first human to try this and figure out it got you high? The answer is way older than you think, thousands of years before writing even existed. The story of how it spread across the planet involves ancient priests, ruthless empires, and even a queen who used it to survive childbirth. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a joint the same way again. Thousands of years ago, long before written language existed, early humans in Central Asia lived alongside wild cannabis plants growing naturally across the region. At first, it wasn't about getting high at all. Early humans likely used the sturdy fibers of the plant to make rope and cloth, and its seeds as a simple food source. For a long time, nobody had any idea what the plant could really do. Most researchers believe the psychoactive effects were discovered by accident, possibly when the plant ended up burning as part of an early fire or ritual, and people noticed the smoke made them feel different. That accident changed everything. The proof isn't just theory. Archaeologists have discovered charred cannabis remains at ancient burial sites in Central Asia, suggesting it played a role in early ceremonies and rituals thousands of years ago. In ancient China, cannabis shows up in some of the oldest medical texts ever written, used by healers to treat pain and other ailments. In ancient Egypt, evidence points to cannabis being used in both religious and medicinal contexts. Some historians even believe it may have helped royalty manage the pain of childbirth. Three completely different civilizations, all discovering the same plant, had power. Cannabis didn't stay in one place for long. As ancient trade routes stretched across Asia, the Middle East, and eventually into Africa and Europe, the plant traveled right along with merchants and travelers. Many ancient cultures wove it directly into their spiritual practices, using it to help reach altered states of consciousness during sacred ceremonies. Over the following centuries, its role slowly began to shift, moving away from something purely sacred and medicinal, and becoming something people also used more casually, simply to relax or unwind after a long day of work. For most of human history, cannabis wasn't feared. It was accepted, and in many cultures, deeply respected. Then, almost overnight in historical terms, the 20th century brought sweeping criminalization across much of the world, all within just a few decades. Compared to the thousands of years humans had already spent using this plant, that's an incredibly small sliver of time. Today, that trend is beginning to reverse in many parts of the world, as more countries and states reconsider their relationship with the plant humans have coexisted with since long before recorded history began. So the next time you see someone lighting up, remember, this isn't some modern trend invented by one generation. It's one of the oldest relationships humans have ever had with a single plant, stretching back further than most civilizations we consider ancient. The real question was never really when humans first started. The more interesting question is why, for a brief moment in our very long history, we ever stopped at all. If you want more surprising stories about human history, subscribe to Theories Human, new videos every week. We dig into the strange, hidden, and often unbelievable moments that shaped who we are today. Drop a comment below with the topic you want us to cover next, and we'll see you in the next video.